guys, welcome to episode 9 of Driven by Faith and Love. We are signing on to give you our 2-week update since we've been out of the house. It's crazy that it's been 2 weeks, and crazier has been the things we have gone through. But God is good. Everything is good. It's just funny the things that have happened, and you wouldn't think that so many things would go wrong. But here we are enjoying our night. We just came in from outside looking up at the beautiful sky and decided to give you a little update. So let's start from when we left the house.
Yeah, we left the house on July 31st, and I think, right after that we had to stay actually at a hotel that night because it was just too crazy. There was a lot of chaos, and the new people were coming in that night, and we had to leave, and we weren't fully ready. So for those of you who were like, oh, are they going to get out on time? The answer was yes, we got out on time, but it was like right at the end. So we had to stay at a hotel as a result. And that night was pretty chaotic. The baby slept maybe 2 hours that night. It was really rough. So baby slept a couple hours, and then we're like, all right, let's go off on our trip. And what did we do?
So next morning we went and got our RV because a nice friend let us keep it at their house. Thank you, by the way. It was kept there, so we went and picked it up and we took off. And where did we go? We went to Lake Jennings.
Yeah.
So that was a great recommendation from the man and the family that sold us the RV. And man, was it a great campsite. I mean, we had an amazing campsite. We were right on a mountain overlooking a lake, and it was so beautiful. We were there for 3 or 4 days. It was great because, we got organized because we had so many boxes and everything still in the RV because we just kind of threw it in there. So it's more like an organizing and getting prepped type of thing. But what's cool about it too is that a lot of our friends came to visit at the campsite as well. So we got breakfast with different people in the morning, dinner with different people. And yeah, it was a great time. I really enjoyed Lake Jennings. It was beautiful.
Yeah, if you haven't been, it's in El Cajon. Just absolutely beautiful campsite. And yeah, just thank you to all of our friends who came out and said bye to us. It was just a nice time to kind of just get ourselves, like she said, get ourselves organized and then just be able to take off from there. So we spent a little more time than we had initially thought. We thought we were going to spend a couple days, and we ended up spending, I think it was 3 or 4 days. And then after that, yeah, we were ready to go. And that's when the chaos continued. I wouldn't even say begun because the first night was a little chaotic.
That's true.
So we're leaving Lake Jennings, and we're heading over to, we're about to, where were we? In Alpine. We were just getting things ready, all that, doing a few final things. And then I had to drive the car onto our tow dolly. And underneath the car, there was this little black plastic part that was kind of sticking out. So I go up on the tow dolly, which is a whole adventure, by the way. It's pretty hard to do. So you get on the tow dolly, and then Prita's like, no, it's not straight. So I'm like, all right, let me just back it out. So I back it out, and the little plastic part just got caught, and poof, off came. Yeah.
Off the whole bumper.
The whole front bumper just fell off. And I'm like, okay, well, what are we going to do? To get a new bumper, and a lot of you know, it's just you got to get the color matching and all that. It just takes a while. So I call this random mechanic locally, and I'm like, hey, I'm in a tough situation. Can you help me out? And he's like, yeah, just come by. So I went by, and I had the front bumper in the back, of our minivan, and I'm just holding on to it with the door open, just I'm driving by.
I have pictures of that. Actually, a video of that.
Yeah. So get to the mechanic, and then he's like, do you want me to just drill into this? Are you okay with me drilling into your front bumper to just stabilize it? I'm like, dude, just do it. I just need to get going. This car is special to us, but this is why we buy more inexpensive cars, because they hold their value, and if something happens, you can just do what you got to do. Right. So we just drilled into it, and then it helped stabilize the bumper. So that took about an hour or so.
It was quick.
Maybe less, yeah.
You called, and that guy helped you out, and you were done.
It was cool. And then from there, we're like, all right, let's start our adventure. Because then we were able to finally load the tow dolly. I put the straps on the wheels and we were ready to go. And then we start our adventure. So we start heading from Alpine and we start to, actually, no, we were still in El Cajon and we start driving towards, so we were heading towards like the Phoenix area. So it's supposed to be like a 5-hour drive. So we're heading over and we get to Alpine. We're climbing. Meanwhile, we've never really had much of a test for the car yet, for the RV yet. So we're climbing. I'm like, let's just stop over here in Alpine. Let's like, get some good quality gas in it. And then let's just like make sure everything is good. Check the straps, all that. We get to the gas station in Alpine and I stop the car. And then, I look over, I'm like, I got to pull up a little bit because the gas wasn't, it was a little bit further up. So I need to pull up a little bit. So I turn the ignition and nothing. So,
it did not start.
Yeah.
The RV did not start. So first the bumper, we're like, okay, that's fine. Little bump here. We're going to get going. Our trip's going to start. Then we go stop to get gas and the RV does not start.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're just like, we don't know what to do. I'm like, all right. I'm like already defeated. I'm like, all right, 2 times. I mean, we're just getting our road trip started. Like, what's going on? This is obviously not a good start. So then I'm like, well, what are we going to do? So I call a couple mechanics and then I call a bunch of like mobile mechanics. And then one guy comes by and he does a couple tests and he's like, hey, it's the fuel pump. And I'm like, okay, so can you fix it? And he's like, no, and my garage is way too small in order to fix it. So, we're not going to be able to fix it. But hey, pay me $140 for me to come out. And I'm like, oh, great. Awesome. And then I call another guy and he's like, yeah, I'm only going to be able to come in the morning. If it's a fuel pump thing, I'm just going to have to come in the morning. So we get another hotel. We stay in Alpine for the night.
But wait, because while all this was happening, he did mention that the first guy said, I'll be there in 45 minutes, then decided it was too far away.
Yeah.
The second guy came, charged us, but didn't actually fix it. And the third guy is the one that said next morning.
The third guy actually he said, yeah, I'll be able to come tonight. I'll get you towed over to where we need to go.
Okay.
And he never called back. So I'm waiting for like an hour.
So another guy.
Yeah.
But not to mention, so this whole process, like I was inside with the kids in the RV, parked at a pump
yeah.
at the gas station for 4 hours. Like we were playing Uno, we were just eating snacks, we were going in and out of the market that they have at the gas station, and the kids were making their own purchases. The guy kept saying, good job. Like we were just living in the gas station for 4 hours waiting for that guy who came and looked at it and couldn't take it to his place to look at it. And it was just crazy. So it was like hot too, because we didn't know that you could have the generator running, or could it have?
I think we did have that generator. It was just a hot day.
It was very hot. It was very hot. But anyways, we were in the gas station for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So eventually, like 4 men and Gabe all started pushing the RV, and we were able to park it behind the gas station until the guy could come and look at it in the morning. So we did have to stay at a hotel that night.
So we stayed at the hotel, and then in the morning some guy came by and he was like, hey, you don't even need to tow this anywhere. So we paid $140 for that first guy, and he just basically hustled us just to make a quick buck. So he was actually able to fix it right there. He had to lower the big gas tank and then just replace the fuel pump, and then it took him about 8 hours, and by 3 or 4, it was ready. It was ready to go. It was up and running. So finally, we were up and running. We were ready to go, and then we left, and we just started driving towards Phoenix, which was the plan. And as we're driving, it's just starting to get real hot in the RV, and the baby is just like, she's losing it. She's just not having it at all. So we get to Yuma, Arizona, and she's fussing, and we ended up just getting food, and then we're just like, you know what, let's just like this has been kind of crazy these past few days. Let's just stay at a hotel tonight. It's hot, like it was like 105, and it was like midnight at that point. It was like Arizona was like, it was like the hottest week of like Arizona's history.
And the hottest day.
Yeah, and then it ended up being the hottest day in Phoenix as well. I think it was like in the 120s.
Okay.
So it was crazy. And so we stayed at a hotel in Yuma, and then we were driving towards Phoenix, and just kept getting way too hot. It was just like, and like the baby's fussing, and it's just hot in the RV. And at that point, now we know that you can actually run the generator when you're driving. We didn't know that. So we're driving in this like scorching heat, and we're calling people to try to get like a mini split and put into our RV. We're trying to get some relief, and we just couldn't figure it out. Like, so we just were like, when we get to Phoenix, we just like, I'm like, she wanted to stay in the RV. I'm like, I'm not staying in this RV. It's way too hot. and Natalia was like that too. She and I were both like, hotel. So we ended up staying in a hotel in Phoenix for 2 nights, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 2 nights. We had like a double room that kind of were connected by a door. So we stayed in Phoenix for a couple days, and just kind of like, that was nice because we actually needed a reset because it was super stressful. It had been really, really stressful for the past 3 or 4 days. So we just needed to just stop, reset, rest, and it was really nice for us to do that. So.
The kids enjoyed the pool. And I just want to thank the Facebook group that is helping us through all this, because we asked about it, and they're like, you definitely can have your generator running, you know, and they saved us money because otherwise we would have been putting the AC in the car, in the RV. So thank you for all the help to answer all the questions we've had. But yeah, so the kids enjoyed the pool in the hotel, breakfast, everything. They love hotels. So, so yeah, we left there, and where did we head after that?
Lost Dutchman. We stayed in Phoenix. Yeah.
I love that park. So it just, Lost Dutchman was in Arizona.
Beautiful.
Super hot. We were sweating crazy, but it was the most beautiful park we've ever stayed at so far. We were kind of the only ones there. There were only like 2 or 3 other RVs, and we just had this beautiful view of the mountains. And I'll put some pictures in here, obviously, but gosh, it was hot, but it still has been our favorite stop so far.
So far we've stayed at 4 different campgrounds, and even though it was hot, it was just like, I don't know, something about Phoenix there that's just so beautiful, and just the views. It was just beautiful. What
was also cool about that one was that we kept seeing people with boats and hauling boats and jet skis, and we're like, there must be a lake around here. So we asked at the ranger station. They're like, yeah, you can get a pass and go to this lake. And we drove for like 20 minutes up this mountain. It was just beautiful scenery, and we get to this lake with warm water. It was awesome. So we went back the next day. We had a good 2 hours at the lake. We enjoyed it so much. Everybody was saying for a while, this is my favorite part. Like, it was just so relaxing. Everybody enjoyed it. It was just good to be in a lake, but like with mountains, rocky mountains in the background. Like, I've never seen anything like that. So that was really cool.
That was really cool. And then we also were able to check out a monastery there. I got a cool hat, and we got like a cross necklace, and I was able to go twice. So Prita went as well. It was just really like heaven on earth, really. Just like a place where it's just so calming, so relaxing. So just people there are just so beautiful, and just the way that they take care of the property, the architecture, the art, the icons, everything just stunning. So we did a lot in Phoenix. The monastery was St. Anthony's Greek Orthodox Monastery in Florence, Arizona, and it's the biggest one in the Western Hemisphere, and just so beautiful. And as we've talked about, like, that's obviously a big part of this journey that we're on. So we were able to check that out, and that was really cool. So. Yeah,
no, the kids loved it too. We also had lunch with them over there at the monastery, and Nina and Adrian just stopping and enjoying looking at all the beautiful things they have there, and it's just very nice to see. It was a good experience.
Absolutely.
Everybody loved it. Okay, so we left Lost Dutchman. We were there for like 3 or 4 days. And then we went where?
Then we started driving over to El Paso, because we were going to stop in El Paso at Franklin Mountains. We booked an RV spot there, and
did we make it there?
No. So this is where, again, it started just getting crazy again. So we're driving towards El Paso, and we get to this random town called Lordsburg, New Mexico. And we're driving, Preeta's driving at this point, and it is pouring ahead. You can just tell.
Well,
and we
let
get,
me.
Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
I'm driving, and I see like a dust wind or dust storm or something. Like, that doesn't look right. Like, we're going this way, but I see like on the side on my left that there's like just the weather's looking different, and it's just starting to get dark, and I just see a lot of dust. Mind you, Gabe, you know, he loves looking at the Weather Channel and all that, so he's like, let me look this up. And so he's like, yeah, there's a huge rainstorm, dust storm that's gonna come by. So we're driving, and you know, this is where we got into it, because I want to keep going through it. I'm like, let's just beat it. Let's try
driving, like continuing to go. I'm like, are you not seeing this? Like, and it starts raining, and it's starting, the wind's picking up, and this little hail is starting to sleet.
Yeah, and he wanted to park, so we parked after debating, and then yeah, we see the huge sand dust go by, see the rain, there's hail, then we see the storm chasers go by. So I'm like, okay, maybe it was a good idea to stop. But so we keep driving. We stopped, then when it can't calm down a little bit, we drove.
Yep.
And we stopped to eat for a little bit, and we look up at the highway, and we notice that no cars are moving at all.
Stuck. Yeah.
Like, so they closed the highway down. So in the direction that we needed to go, we actually couldn't go that way because they closed it down as a precaution. And so we couldn't go to Franklin State Park, and Gabe had to find somewhere quick where we could stay, right? So what did we end up doing?
Yeah, so we stayed at a random RV resort. Not a resort, an RV
5 minutes
park.
away from the restaurant.
We're 5 minutes away. We stayed at a spot there, and I just called this random guy. He picks up. He goes, "Yeah, I'll be there in like 5 minutes. I'll get you hooked up." So we get there to this RV park in Lordsburg, New Mexico, and we get there, and I look, you know, we park everything, and it's just like kind of it's like in the middle of the city, kind of like there's trains going by, but like fast forward really quick, I didn't sleep well at all that night, because all you hear was trains every hour. Like, it was like,
we were right next to it. We didn't realize that because it was dark by the time we got there. Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't even, yeah. And it was like one of the only RV parks in that small town, so just we had to stay there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get there, and then, you know, I look at my trailer just 'cause I like to do little inspections, and there was like a noise coming too, and realized that the safety pin, so this one doesn't have, it's one like a little lever, it just completely snapped off. So we need that kind of helps the tow dolly to just stabilize, otherwise it's kind of flopping, and then we're riding pretty low, or you know, and it's just flopping. It's just not a good situation. So I had to like yank that thing off, and I took me like 10 minutes to like kind of take it all out and take it off. And then I'm like trying to figure out like, well, what are we gonna do? So just that specific part, like it's like a specialty part for like, it's a Stell tow dolly. So I had to like figure out what I was gonna do, because that was gonna take probably a few days just to get there. I didn't want to stay in Lordsburg, New Mexico for a few days. So fortunately, I did a little bit of research, and I noticed that I can just put like a little hitch pin on there. So I could use a different safety mechanism there. So, yeah, we actually got that fixed the next morning. I was able to go to a guy, and he's like, he didn't have like a long hitch pin. He had like a little steel, just a rod, and then like he just like screwed it on together. It was just like a temporary hold until we can get like a legit one, which we finally ended up getting. But what else happened? So yeah, so
we got there.
We got there. Hitch pin issue, and then all of a sudden,
we lost power. The whole town lost power. So we're in this RV park that's in a parking lot that is last minute, not planned, and all of a sudden the power goes out. The whole city is like, or town is all dark. So we're like, great. So it's just like one thing after, but like the cool thing is that like we weren't really getting mad. We're just like laughing, like there's so much going on that keeps happening, you know. But yeah, we lost power, but so it was a little hot that night, but it didn't affect us too much. It's just interesting, like it's kind of scary because you're in this town where it's like nothing, and yet now you literally can't see anything around us, and I like don't know what's surrounding us, you know. So it's just, it's a little fearful, but yeah. So we stayed there, woke up, but overall it was okay.
Yeah,
it was fine. Then we woke up next morning, got the hitch fixed, and then we went to.
Yeah, then we started driving over to. Was it here? Well.
No.
Yeah, we started driving towards.
Here.
Yeah, because we were gonna just then.
Davis.
Yeah, we were gonna bypass El Paso because it's just like we were like, let's just keep driving. So then we started driving into Texas, further deep, and
we were gonna go to a monastery.
Oh right, yeah.
But
it's too late
because of all the issues we were having. We couldn't make it there in time for their visiting hours, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, we're forgetting something before coming here.
What?
Okay.
So we're not there yet. Yeah,
Okay.
Another issue. So we're driving. So then we decided to go from Lordsburg, New Mexico, over to just like a campground in between. So obviously we're gonna head further into Texas, but we didn't want to just keep driving all the way deep into Texas. So we stopped at this place called Davis Mountain National Park. And on our way there, we're driving through El Paso. And that's where she was driving.
So I was driving, and this guy is like, cuts me off and then starts pointing like for me to move over to the breakdown lane. I'm like, why is he doing that? That's so strange. And he just like kept pointing like over his car, like go over there. So I just like ignore it, but I do move over one lane just to like, you know, I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I don't see what's going on behind me. And then this other guy pulls up next to the window. I'm like, you know when you feel someone like right there? And I'm like, what is he doing? And then he's like, I don't know what any of these signals mean.
That's a tire.
So
now we know that's
well,
tire.
I don't know what he was doing. I think he was pointing towards the back. Like he was going like this. He was looking over, like saying like, so I was like, okay. So we pull over to figure it out. And then I look at my rear window and I see that the tow dolly's wheel is like almost off. Like it looks like this hairy black thing that does not look like a wheel. So I'm like, okay, we don't feel it. We didn't see it. So Gabe got out, looked at it, and he's
meanwhile, we're in like the middle of like, we had to pull over right away, and we're just like really in a tight spot.
That highway was, breakdown lane was really tight.
Yeah.
So Gabe is like, okay, well, we need a new tire because this is like about to come off. And like, thankfully, like maybe a mile down, there was the next exit.
Just under a mile, yeah.
Okay, like right there. And we pull out, and even maybe 2 minutes in, we find a tire shop.
Sorry, guys.
And we find the tire shop, and you know, I should say a minute before, the whole wheel came out. So I was literally dragging the trailer
on the rim,
on the way, and we're leaving the white marks on the road. Like you could tell where we were exactly. And so we get to the tire guy, and the tire guy goes.
Fortunately, we were in a city at that point, because if we were like in a random place, like we would have to pull over, call AAA, and like that would have taken a lot longer. But we just like kind of. The rim was already destroyed. We're like, let's just like ride the rim for half a mile and then just.
That was crazy.
So,
and you could hear it at that point.
Yeah,
You're like dragging for people are probably like, what is this?
Yeah.
So we get there and the guy says, yeah, I have the tire. I can fix it. It's fine. But I don't have the rim.
Right.
And we're like, oh. So then that's the next issue. And Gabe was able to call somebody to, he's like, well, who I can call? And he's like, I can drive you to the spot to get the rim. So we were able to find the rim that we needed, brought it over, got the tire, and then the guy did it right there on the side of the road. He fixed it at his shop. And that didn't take too long either.
No. So it was total maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. And like, so he actually fixed both tires. One of them was fine. Was not fine. One of them was obviously off. The other one was like starting to crack a little bit. So I'm like, let's just get both of them replaced. Guy was cool and gave us a good deal on it. And so we now had our 2 tires. So as you can see, like, obviously, we're 24 minutes in. Like, there's just been a lot of little things that just started going wrong. Like, a lot of little things. But honestly, oddly enough, like, we've been mostly calm about it. It's been weird. Like, we've just been like, okay, like let's handle it. For me, like I've been a little, I would say I've definitely been more stressed than she has. But it hasn't been like, oh my gosh, the end of the world. It's more like, okay, like this is a high stress situation. Let's get it done. But it's almost like we're there, but we're just gonna do what we need to do. We're not gonna over stress. We're just gonna deal with it, and we're just gonna stay calm. Preeta's been such a champ. She's just been like just helping the kids. And the reason I chuckle a little bit, because as soon as something bad happens, it's almost like she takes her phone out and just like, all right, let's, like, she's happy. She's like, all right, let's like figure this out. And I'm just like, but it's been, that attitude has been so powerful because it's allowed me to calm down. And then she's just handled it. Like she's able to handle the kids. So then I'm able to like just handle the situation. And it's allowed me to just feel a lot calmer, which is huge.
But I think I'm just staying faithful. We're staying faithful because like so many things have happened. Like, one thing after another, bumper not starting, losing a tire, like heat, hitch thing breaking off, like every single thing. Dust storm, hail. And it's just like, but God is providing every time. Like literally it's like, call the guy, came and got it. Call the hitch, came and got it. Didn't have the rim, this guy knew the guy. Like it was just like things were solved rather quickly. Like I would think if your RV doesn't start, that would take days to fix, but it didn't. It took overnight, you know. And then just everything's getting fixed right away. It's like we're staying faithful and we're getting it. And I remember I read a quote and I meant to share it, and it's a Bible quote that just fit perfectly. Like pretty much was
maybe we'll put it here.
Yeah, it just said like stay faithful and I will provide. But it was just like amazing. Like it's working out and we're doing well right now. We're Mount Davis. We're almost Davis Mountains in Texas.
Beautiful drive, by the way.
Oh my gosh, driving in here.
Oh my goodness.
It was like something you've never seen. It's like road and then there's mountains all around with nothing around, just greenery. And yeah, just this has been a cool stay too. The kids' favorite one so far. But yeah, we'll keep going with more videos. I think at 27 minutes right now we should stop. I don't know what to do about adding videos and pictures of everything we've gone through. Maybe I'll make that a second video just because it's already 27 minutes long. So watch this part. I'll call this season episode 2 part 1, and then part 2 will be all the videos. Episode 9 part 2 will be all the videos and all the pictures of all the craziness, the bumpers, the hitching, the no tire, the me dragging, the everything. So you'll see. Thank you guys for watching and following, and we're having a great time 2 weeks in, and we're really enjoying it despite or because of everything. Maybe we're enjoying it more.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know like a lot of the things we just talked about are a lot of our challenges, but it's been such a beautiful experience with our children, just being able to just enjoy time with them. And it's been definitely a roller coaster. Obviously, we've shared a lot of the lows, but the highs have been like unbelievable. We've really almost fully settled into our RV, and like just being with them all the time has been so special. And slowing down, like we're not rushing, we're just taking our sweet time, and we're in control right now, and that's where we want it to be. So we're just taking our time, we're enjoying our time with our children, and we'll also share just some of those special moments in part 2 of episode 9. We'll share some of those really fun moments, and yeah, it's been up and down roller coaster, but just a beautiful time.
I'm enjoying it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, we love you guys, and God bless you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.